Hi, everyone, and welcome. We'll get started in just a few moments. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to our session today with our colleagues in the Linda Berry Stein College of Fine Arts. Today, we are going to hear from our university provost and then faculty from this area.
Hear from our college deans. At Jacksonville University, we pride ourselves in teaching you the core liberal arts and sciences, but we serve you as a comprehensive university, awarding degrees at the undergraduate level all the way through the doctoral level. It's really important for me to share with you my formula of how to be successful here at JU. The goal, remember, is for you to walk across our graduation stage. And to do that, we need you to involve yourself in all of the programs JU has to offer. Let me talk to you first about our experiential learning. When you come to JU, you're going to be able to be involved in one of 4 experiential learning activities. That includes service learning, undergraduate research, study abroad, and internships. Your involvement in those activities, as well as activities revolving around our athletics and our student life, begin to build for you a portfolio of success. Keeping up good grades, attending classes, finding the right faculty mentor are all very important as you move from coming in your freshman year to, believe it or not, what will seem to be the fastest 4 years until that day of graduation. We are so fortunate at Jacksonville University to have a tremendous amount of community partners. We refer to them as our industry partners. Whether you're a student that wants to major in fine arts, the arts and sciences, or business, or healthcare, we have worked tremendously hard so that you have an ability to work alongside our industry partners, whether that be in internship or volunteer service or in practicum. In a few moments, you're going to be able to hear from our college deans. Our dean from the Linda Berry Stein College of Fine Arts, our dean from the College of Arts and Sciences, our dean from the Brooks Rehabilitation College of Healthcare Sciences, and our dean from the Davis College of Business. We have over 100 majors and minors for you to choose from. In fact, this year, I'm very excited to introduce a cloud-based application called Pods, based off of the dolphin family. There's a tremendous amount of combinations that you'll be able to explore. And with our academic advising team and our career counseling center, we're going to set you on the right path to student success. I can't stress enough the importance of the home away from home. We are a community here. We are a family here. It's a great time to be a dolphin. Congratulations. We'll see you soon.
Thank you to Dr. Sapienza. And now we will hear a word from our Dean of the Linda Berry Stein College of Fine Arts, Tim Schneider.
Greetings, class of 2024. This is Tim Snyder, Dean of the Linda Berry Stein College of Fine Arts. And on behalf of our students, our faculty, and our entire artistic community, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Jacksonville University. You are beginning your pre-professional career as artists in a unique time. The challenges and opportunities in our communities and in our world today require your skill. They require creative approaches, out-of-the-box thinking, entrepreneurship. They require art. And I'm very optimistic about the future and excited about the role that you will play in shaping it. You're joining us at a time this year where we prepare to celebrate our 60th anniversary as a college. The College of Fine Arts is one of the oldest and longest programs of study at Jacksonville University. We take that history very seriously. You're going to be surrounded by a world-class faculty. They're professional musicians, dancers, choreographers, visual artists, media artists, actors. They have one thing in common. They love to teach, and they're focused on your success as students. Our alumni are around the country and indeed around the world. They're on Broadway. They're working in streaming media. They're working for companies like Disney, Warner Brothers, HBO, just to name a few. They're working in their communities for nonprofits. They're teaching in public and private schools and in private practice. They're on the professional concert hall stage and working with professional dance companies. What will you do with your time at JU and beyond? I'm excited to find out, and we are all excited to welcome you to campus very soon.
Thank you, Dr. Schneider. And with that, we're excited to hear from our panelists of faculty today. Recommended to go on speaker view for this presentation. And with that, Dr. Tim Schneider.
Thank you, Amy. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of everyone in the Linda Berry Stein College of Fine Arts, I want to welcome you to our college and to Jacksonville University. We are so excited to meet you all soon. We've been working hard to ensure a safe and artistically rich, rewarding experience for all of us this fall. You know, the greatest strength of our college is our people, our alumni network of artists around the country, around the world, our talented students, and our outstanding faculty. We are one college and we are two schools. We're a school of art and design with two departments, media arts and visual arts, and we are a school of performing arts with three departments, dance, music, and theater. And each of those 5 departments, to give you an idea of how our structure works, each of those 5 departments is led by a strong faculty leader in each area. You'll get to know your chairs, these leaders, very well during your time at JU. They are your source for your discipline. They're your source for support. They're your support for guidance as you move forward. Whether you're a dancer or a filmmaker, an animator, an actor, a musician, or a glass blower, I'm thrilled that we have all 5 of our chairs here with us this morning to speak with you and to answer questions. I'd like to introduce first from the Department of Media Arts in the School of Art and Design, Professor Bill Hill.
Thank you, Tim. It's a pleasure to be here. Media Arts, as Tim said, the Department of Media Arts is, it contains really three majors: animation, design, a holistic approach to design, but specifically graphic design and film. We're really excited right now at Jacksonville University because Media Arts is currently moving into a brand new facility. It's called the Stein Institute for Student Design, and we really see media arts and arts in general as the backbone for this initiative that really brings science, technology, engineering, and math together, but built upon the foundation of design thinking and artistic approach to problem solving in a real world setting. And so, you know, just like all of my colleagues here in the College of Fine Arts, we really believe that we learn best through experiential learning, through applied experiences, working side by side with professionals that are also practicing this. You know, teaching is our passion, and I look forward to working with you guys. I'm going to turn it over to Tiffany Leach, the Chair of Visual Arts.
Hi, yes, thank you, Bill. I'm Tiffany, Chair of Visual Arts, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what all that encompasses. So within Visual Arts, we have the majors, we house the foundations courses for all of the School of Art and Design, as well as majors for illustration, photography, glass, ceramics, sculpture, and art history. So we have a wide variety. One of the things that we really work hard to do and provide within visual arts is having independent workspaces for our majors so that you have the ability to really take ownership of your space when you're creating. And then we put a big emphasis on professional development, so getting started early with those professional opportunities, whether that's working with clients, commissions, community projects. Those are things that we really value and that we enjoy having our students be involved in. And as Bill said, teaching is our passion. And so working alongside you as you go through and explore these is really part of how our program is designed. We are excited that our illustration program will be also joining some of the media arts crew over in the new STEAM building and creating spaces for those students to work in. Also, with visual arts, I like to give a little plug to our gallery. We have a gallery on campus that brings in exhibitions every year. And this year we'll be kicking off the year with our faculty exhibition. So make sure you check that out. We'll have virtual exhibition drops as well as classes will be able to go in and check out the work live. So with that, I will turn it over to Brian Palmer, our Chair of Dance.
Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Brian Palmer, Chair of the Department of Dance. And at the center of our dance program is the training of well-rounded, versatile, strong technicians. And so as we're going into this year, this semester, we looked at well, the area that we can expand on versatility is this remote world, the virtual world. All the things that we will be doing to be safe and distant are part of your education. We're going to be looking at how our masterclass series can expand beyond having guests come onto our campus. Now we're going to go out to the world. We're going to have masterclasses from India, China, the Caribbean, things like building resumes and auditioning techniques. We're going to take those to the virtual platform so you'll understand how to both audition and promote yourself with your resume. Guest artist series. So we're going to be doing some of these virtually, learning to dance, learning to set work, learning to take on choreography through these platforms, but whenever possible through safe and distant measures, we'll be gathering face to face as an additional way to continue that dance is in a studio and in a classroom, and we'll be doing those through safe methods. But I wanted to share with you that we're going to continue all those things that we had talked about earlier: master classes, guest artists, we have dance concerts. All of these things are ahead of us for this year, and we're very excited to get going in August. So I'm going to turn it over now to my colleague, Dr. Kim Beasley.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm Professor Kimberly Beasley, and I'm the chair of the Department of Music. And we are very excited for this coming year. Like Professor Palmer was just saying, we have a lot of new and different ideas for how we will approach our traditional music making. And my colleagues are amazing. All of my music colleagues are performing artists. So to the extent that we're brainstorming these ideas for our upcoming school year, we're doing that on our own professional levels as well. So we're bringing that knowledge and experience to the classroom and our ensembles and our concert season all at the same time. So I feel confident that we will have a wonderful year in spite of the current situation. We will be collaborating very closely with the Department of Media Arts. And I look forward to that collaboration. We're going to become very good at recording and filming. Our Music 328 course for our musical theater majors is going to focus very strongly on virtual audition procedures and protocols. So we're going to get really good at filming and recording in that class as well, and with the singers. We have several degrees. Those degrees will continue to work together and across the Department of Music in terms of how we present our performing arts series. And I want to just put a little plug in. Dr. Sapienza talked about some of the things that our alumni are doing, that we're in the process in this bachelor's degree to career plan with you. So we're all about what your future holds beyond JU. And on our JU Music Presents Facebook page tonight, we have a series going on with our music alumni. So you'll see me go live at 5:30 tonight for 2 interviews back to back with some of our music alumni if you're interested in seeing what some of them are doing currently out in their careers. I think that's it. I will introduce my colleague, Professor Ben Wilson, who is the chair of the Department of Theater.
Welcome. I'm Ben Wilson. I'm the chair of the Department of Theater Arts. I like going last because everyone explains everything so well about what we do. I don't care if you're coming to join us as a bachelor's degree seeking student or a BFA student that is looking forward to acting or entering the technical field. I asked one of our professors Friday in our meeting on what you should bring, what you should expect. And he very frankly said, and I thought it was a good statement, bring everything. Bring your whole toolkit. We have a lot to do. We're very excited. We have a lot of emphasis on doing work, and especially in internships. In fact, it's required for one of our sections. So we like to get you out into the world, whether it be with Disney to do those things. We also look to take you to the SETC auditions and those screening auditions where you'll have the chance to show your wares to about 500 professional companies. So I think we're going to have a wonderful and exciting year, even though we are challenged a little bit. We also would look forward to working with all of our colleagues across our college, because we're probably the one that sees everybody the most on our stages. So thanks, and I appreciate it.
Thank you everyone for that wonderful introduction. So one of the first questions that has come up and been asked in other sessions is about getting involved. So maybe I'm not a fine arts major, but are there opportunities for me to get involved in the college outside of my major?
For our area in theater, absolutely. All our shows are available to anyone that wants to audition that's a member of our JU family.
Yeah, Amy, that's true in music as well. We have one of our choirs doesn't even require an audition for those that want to sing, but we have other ensembles, choir and instrumental ensembles that have auditions, but they're welcome to audition for those ensembles.
Wonderful. So if folks have questions, go ahead and put those in the chat so we can ask our panelists. There has been one question about, is there an opportunity to incorporate a variety of different majors across the fine arts to get involved and kind of customize your experience here at JU?
I mean, I think that, there's really two degrees for the most part in the College of Fine Arts. There's a Bachelor of Arts degree, which is a more of a degree that allows you to have more opportunities to find those other connections, either through several minors or an additional double major. Because of the nature of the amount of required courses. And then we also have more pre-professional degrees, the Bachelor of Fine Arts or Bachelor in Music degrees that are more geared towards people that are really want to dig deep into one area. And in those, if you choose that path, it's a little more difficult to find ways to at least spread across. I think all of our areas are working an interdisciplinary approach. And so there's a lot of collaboration. I know our film students work with our music composition students to do film scoring for the student films. They work with acting students to actually be talent in it. There's a variety. They work with visual artists to help make props and to do things like that. So I think there's a lot of collaboration that happens even within the pre-professional tracks of our areas. But I also think all of these areas have these Bachelor of Arts degrees that allow for more flexibility to pick up minors or to do a double major or something like that. So yeah, I think there's something for everyone, whether you want to really dig deep or whether you want to kind of work across several disciplines.
I'll jump in on that. Within our college, we're talking a lot about interdisciplinary and working together, but also across the university. Like within visual arts, we have a lot of students who either major or minor or double major with the arts and sciences. So we have lots of marine biologists who are getting a minor in illustration because it helps them with field study. So we're seeing a lot of crossover in that way as well.
Amy, I'll add that to both of those questions, stay tuned to your communication. A lot happens in those first 2 weeks of people looking for projects or connections. So these things that they've heard, or these collaborative projects you're already hearing about Bill or Tiffany talk about, or even that Kim was mentioning, or Ben was mentioning, these events happen very quickly in the first couple of weeks. And usually it's through communications. We're a small enough university and within our college that word gets out quick. You just have to stay on top of in those first 2 weeks that when these events and these ways in which getting involved are a little unclear, they'll become clearer. Just stay connected.
For sure, that's some great advice about making sure you're checking your JU email right away and getting in the habit of doing that often. Another question for you, Brian. There's a question in the chat about, are dance majors required to perform as a part of their degree program? Can you talk a little bit about the performance piece?
Sure. The Bachelor of Fine Arts is, with that degree, has performance requirements as part of the degree, but no, you don't necessarily have to perform each semester. In particular, that's why these pods, why these minors, why the BA major may be right for you. One of our best students, she was on the crew team rowing, and so every spring, or about especially certain springs, she couldn't participate in the performances, but she was one of our best majors. It just is laying out the plan for your degree of what you want. Certainly the performance opportunities are available to you, but in terms of requirement, the BFA is more stringent than the BA.
Awesome, thank you so much. Question about study abroad opportunities maybe related to the fine arts. Are there any specific opportunities for study abroad within this major?
I'll start with that one. The question was specific to photography. The study abroad courses are on rotation. We have had photography courses for study abroad, and they may also come again. As you know, right now, this year, study abroad courses did not happen for summer and fall, so we'll see what's on the docket for spring. But there are lots of opportunities with study abroad across campus, and even within our major. Art history is regularly setting out for study abroad opportunities, as well as mentorship opportunities in study abroad. So yeah, lots within visual arts, and I believe dance and music as well.
Awesome, wonderful. There's a question in the chat about music business. Can we talk about maybe some of the highlights of the music business program? And then there's some rumors about a music therapy degree. Can you maybe talk a little bit about that if that is in the works?
Yes, Amy, I can speak to both those things. So music business, I'll start with, there's two tracks in music business. There's management and there's technology, right? So students audition for that degree, get accepted. They submit a writing sample as well, and then choose one of those two tracks. So students, if you're interested in that degree, let me know. If you're in that degree, I can speak more towards advising. Just send me an email and I'm happy to help advise you on what classes to take. Music therapy is in committee, as we say. So that committee will be ongoing through this next year. Until that degree is launched, students, I would recommend what some of my colleagues are talking about with the BA, right? The Bachelor of Arts in Music is extremely flexible, allows a lot of elective room for credits that you would take in courses that would be needed by the music therapy degree, either at an undergraduate level or at a graduate level. So even if you kind of simulate that degree in your time at JU, I don't want to put a date for sure on when that degree will be launched. It got a little bit waylaid with the current situation, so we're a little bit behind, but it is coming. But in the meantime, there's a lot of classes you can take to still prepare yourself for either JU launching that degree or going to graduate school in that degree. And I'm happy to advise anyone on what those courses are and how you can fit them into your schedule.
Wonderful, thank you so much. I know we are still working out a lot of our details for fall and are on constant review based on guidelines from CDC, who are local and federal governments. But could you talk a little bit about plans for dance specifically, is the question in the chat, and whether or not we'll be in studio or online for the fall?
Sure. We're looking at the maximum potential of knowing that dance for so long has been passed on through tradition and socially, that we are connected together. And this has been the way that dance has been taught for a long, long time. It doesn't mean that it's impossible to learn it online. So we're looking at the biggest potential that we have. So that's why most of your classes would be labeled as flex in terms of a technique class. What does that mean? It means that some of it will be in the studio, some of it will be online. We're even looking at, when possible, Florida, once we get past hurricane season, has some of the best weather. So we're looking at some of the freshman classes potentially going outside, down to the amphitheater, those places that allow even more, with more distance. Is there the potential to remove the mask and or add on some cardio, some more fitness portion that is, that will seem like it's lacking when you're online? So we're looking at, with Flex, the potential of the whole semester as developments happen. Can we get you out of your dorm room or out of a space that's limited into more space where you can learn and move a little bit more? So it'll be a mix and match. Stay tuned. I think those dance majors that are new, we're going to try to do a session where I could address some of that specifically.
Beautiful, thank you. And then conversation about shows for this coming year. So I know theater and concerts have particularly been impacted. Have there been thoughts about what that might look like?
Yeah, in theater arts, for our part, there's still ongoing discussions, but at this point, we're going to rely heavily on the media arts people to help us out. We're going to look at not having live audiences necessarily. We think this is a positive because it gives us a new way to deliver the content. So we'll still be performing shows, but they will be filmed and released virtually. So you'll still be learning the same crafts through that. We'll still have all the proper social distancing. Film allows us to do that. We're still nailing down that last part of it. It's been a difficult summer trying to make sure that we look out for everybody's health and safety, but I think it's a tremendous opportunity, really.
Yeah, Amy, I know the students are, we have a tradition at JU of a committee getting together on what those shows are going to be for the year. And then we have a big formal announcement that is always extremely exciting to the students to know what the series is going to be for the next year. So we had that ready to go, but then have had to adjust what we're doing. So we didn't get to have that big formal announcement like we're accustomed to having. So I know students that you're interested in what the titles of the shows are going to be. And Professor Wilson is exactly right. They're still going to be performing. It's not going to be the shows that we originally had discussed for the fall. Spring is still looking like what we've discussed, but we haven't come out with that announcement yet either, just in case we have to change it, because then that could be disappointing. But I think you guys are going to be happy with what is planned. I know for the fall there's a virtual cabaret of sorts, is what I will say, that will accommodate the singers on the singing side of our show season. So that'll be exciting.
Thanks, Kim. I'd like to, Amy, I could chime in here. Thank you, and Kim. We've got our performing arts series, our traditional series this year. We're going to deliver it into 3 mini seasons, if you will. And this is going to give us the flexibility to react, adapt, adjust as we move through this unusual year. So specifically, our summer fall series will begin late this month with the Master of Fine Arts and Visual Arts virtual exhibition. And it will continue through approximately the 2nd week of October. We're going to call that the summer and fall series. The cabaret production that Professor Beasley referenced will fall into that series, as well as a number of other music events, including our annual faculty showcase of our music faculty, the faculty biennial exhibition of the School of Art and Design as well. And then we're going to move into what we're calling the fall series. We will release this series later in the summer. And that fall series will extend from the 2nd week of October through the end of the year. The summer fall series, the first series, will be completely digital or virtual. These events will be either live streamed or they'll be captured, they'll be filmed and released on our college YouTube platform, our YouTube channel. We'll monitor the situation very closely, CDC guidelines, state of Florida, and federal guidelines on gatherings of groups of people. And when it's safe for us to move into socially distanced live audiences, we will do so in a phased approach. That could be later in the fall. It may be after the 1st of next year. And that brings us to the 3rd mini series, which we're calling Winter Spring, which will include, we plan, a major musical theater production crossover piece, the title of which you'll all be familiar with, to be released soon. The annual spring dance concert and fall dance concerts will be filmed and released on our YouTube platform. We've got a full series of guest artist exhibitions in the galleries and chamber music events. So we ask for your patience and understanding as we move through this plan, but rest assured, students and future students, we've got a really exciting season planned ahead, and I'm confident that this format of the 3 smaller segments will really serve us well as we move forward.
Wonderful. It sounds like there's so much to be excited for. So to close us out, can I have each of our panelists give your best piece of advice for incoming students and what they should prepare for the fall term?
Sure. I mean, I guess we'll go in the same order we introduced ourselves. I mean, my best piece of advice is to take risks, to be open. I think people come in sometimes with a perspective of what they're going to be doing when they get here. And I think having an open mind and be willing to take a risk and don't worry about failing, I think that's the best thing you can do as you're coming into a new experience. I mean, this is a new chapter. You can really define, and establish for yourself who you want to be.
Bill, I was going to go along those same lines, say come in with an open mind and be ready for new experiences. Yeah, just jump in to any opportunity that comes your way and be willing to see where it takes you.
I would say move your passion to product. Quite often, so many artists always say, oh, it's my passion. Well, now it's time to put it into discipline, into a work ethic, into the follow through, You can't just wish it into being. You will make yourself into the person and have the career that you want by the discipline you put forth.
Yeah, students, I agree with everything that's been said. I think that as I'm talking to alumni this past week and the rest of the month, and we talk about how fast 4 years goes, and it does, it goes by so quickly. So to the extent that you're comfortable to be involved in as many things as you can be involved in, I would say do it.
Yes, I have to agree with what everyone said. The 4 years goes very quickly. We want your passion, we want your engagement, we want to make sure that we have technique, but it is your 4 years of being at Jacksonville University. So there's some things you just don't want to miss out. You're never going to get those 4 years back. It'll be the best time of your life.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your advice and words of wisdom during this season. For our students, we hope that you join us tonight for a connection session for students in the fine arts majors. We will have some orientation leaders who join us from the School of Fine Arts, and we hope that you have the opportunity to connect with each other. So that session is tonight at 8 o'clock, and I will close out with a video from the College of Fine Arts. And Kim Beasley would like to remind everyone that on the Facebook page tonight, there's some alumni interviews at 5:30. So we look forward to engaging with you, and we can't wait to welcome you on campus. Thank you, everyone.